15th, 96.
Wherever.
You could go down the block to the Bon Marché and pick up Nikes if you had to.
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't. And the Planet Hollywood thing. You know, I have friends that went to the opening night. They work with the press and were unimpressed with it themselves.
But what is there? I mean, come on. What is it? It's an expensive hamburger joint.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't get it. But
And here's the thing. I just a word for you suckers out there who go to this stuff. Can I tell you something? There will never be another celebrity inside Planet Hollywood for as long as it's open.
No.
Ever.
No. I don't know.
So do you guys go there expecting that Tom Cruise is going to walk in? Let me tell you something. He's never going to walk in there. If Tom Cruise were in town making a movie, Planet Hollywood is the last place he would go because he doesn't want to sit around with a bunch of tourists and hangers-on who want to see Tom Cruise.
Exactly. And I used to work in the restaurant industry, and we used to get celebrities in, but it was a real small place, and they'd come in with their little entourage, but they would sit in the back, and they wouldn't want to be bothered, and to think that they're going to be, hobnobbing with Seattle people, on the weekends, it's not going to ever happen.
No, it's not. Well, thanks a lot, Tracy.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call.
We love your show here.
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
No problem.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye. Here comes Christy calling from a car phone. Christy, you're on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Christy.
I'll just tell you from a first-hand experience. I went to the opening of Planet Hollywood. I won tickets on a radio contest. They led you to believe you were going to be in the restaurant, meeting the celebs, hobnobbing with everybody, everything else. And basically all you won was a piece of the sidewalk. Like everybody else who'd been standing there for 5 hours, but you were...
Oh, boy.
4 people maybe ahead. I mean, we couldn't see anything. We couldn't... I mean, my husband...
Well, here's the thing. What made you think... Now, come on. Let's think about this for a second, okay?
Yeah,
what would make anybody think?
Right.
I mean...
Realistically, I didn't think we'd be, totally hobnobbing with them, but I thought I'd at least get to eat in the restaurant first before anybody else, and at least... get to see something.
No, but why would you think that? You got 10,000 other Seattleites, to take Seattle as the example. You got 10,000 other people and TV cameras showing up.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, be realistic.
We left at 7:30. The celebs didn't even get there till 8. My husband and I were so disgusted. We're like, we are out of here. And people were appalled. They were ready to just jump.
What did they expect? Wait a minute. Now, I want to be fair to Planet Hollywood. What did anybody expect?
Everybody expected a whole lot more than they got because
did you expect to go in and hobnob with Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, I mean, well,
did you really?
I mean, I didn't think that I would even get close.
Hey, Sly!
But yeah.
Hey, I like Rocky! Hey, it was great!
Yeah, no, I didn't think we'd get that close, but I thought we would at least be up where we could actually even see them walk in and actually be able to go and, as stupid as it sounds, buy a T-shirt before anybody else,
yes.
That sort of thing. I mean, it was totally at least we'll be the first ones there, and then we can not have to wait in line like everybody else for years to come, because that's what it's going to be.
Because all these people saw it on television,
yeah,
and they think Bruce Willis is probably coming in there regularly. They don't realize they're opening these places up like they're opening up McDonald's. There's one in every city when they're all done.
I went to the one in London, and it was literally took us, and London, it had been open for years, 2 years already, and it was an hour to get in. To the one in London, I was like, hello, I mean, I just wanted to get it because it said London on it to get it to my parents, and say, hey, look, I went somewhere where it's London, but it was stupid. I mean, I think about it now, and I'm like, what a waste of time. And the food wasn't that great. I mean, you could go to a lot more nicer places for the same, if not less, price. And you don't see anybody. No, nobody at all.
Well, that's the important thing. I mean, to me, Planet Hollywood and Hard Rock Cafe are the same thing.
Exactly.
One has the Hollywood theme, the other has the rock and roll theme, but they're the same thing.
Yeah, we went to both, and I did actually like Planet Hollywood a little bit better because it seemed like it was more interesting, and Hard Rock's been around for so long. But it's true, at Hard Rock, it was an hour wait, and it was everywhere. It's at both those places, it was just packed. And it took forever, and the service was crappy. So it's not that big of a deal. There's not that much nice stuff in there, and I definitely don't, if someone's so deluded that they...
All right, you know what, I don't want to spend the whole time rapping them, though. What about the people who go there having these unrealistic expectations?
Well, I like I said before, when we left early, people were ready to literally beat us up because they couldn't believe that we were passing up such an awesome opportunity to be so close. It was Give me a break. You've waited here for 5 hours, and you could see more than I can. I mean, it was a joke. I mean, they were going, give us your wristband, because we have these special wristbands.
Yes.
Give us your wristband. I ripped that took off and threw it at somebody, and I said,
Oh, my God.
go for it, you know?
You should have seen if you could have used it at Nike Town. Maybe they have wristbands over there.
There you go. And the Nike Town people, they were standing above, because they have, like, offices right above. And they
I mean,
were
do people think
laughing.
Bo Jackson is coming into Nike Town or something? I mean, what's going on over
The
there?
Nike people were laughing their butts off. It was hilarious. They were looking down at the crowd just going, suckers! They were just laughing. Every one of them was just laughing their head off. Because, yeah, it was hilarious. Anyway.
Well, Christy, thank you for updating me on all of this.
Yes, okay. Well, enjoy your show.
Thank you, Christy. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Here comes Connie calling from a car phone. Connie, you're on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Connie.
This is so exciting. Now, this is exciting. I'm not going to Planet Hollywood.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad there is some excitement here. My God.
No, I just want to tell you a little story about my sister. She's dating a local little, small-town politician, and he was invited to Planet Hollywood. So they both dressed up, and they went down there to the opening, and they both got to go walk down that red little carpet thing they have to go into the place.
Yeah.
And they're standing there walking through this, and all these poor people that are lined up to watch this and look for the celebrities are telling them to turn here and turn there, taking pictures of them like they're somebody. And my sister's a nice person, but she's not like a star or anything, and it was hilarious.
She was one of the biggest stars they'll see at Planet Hollywood. I'll tell you that right now. She's dating a small-town politician, for God's sake.
And all these, dumb people. Stupid is the word. Stupid is the only word for the people who go to these. They have no idea who she is, but they're all, taking pictures of her, like they can take it home and find out who it was.
Unbelievable. Thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. 1-800-5800-TOM.
The Tom Leykis Show. Good afternoon. I'm Brian Gregory with the Buzz headlines. A 3-year-old Kent boy who fell 3 stories is in serious condition at the Seattle hospital this afternoon. Police say the boy was playing in his bedroom when he fell out the window. A Burlington Northern spokesman says the rail line through Sumner should be reopened this afternoon. 4 cars derailed last night, one crashing into a downtown business. No one hurt, fortunately, and nothing spilled. Now, the Buzz on traffic and weather. Here's Laura Clark.
We have a problem on the east side, West Lake Sammamish, just north of I-90 near Issaquah. In the 4400 block, power lines are down because of an accident. On the eastbound 90 bridge, mid-span, we do have a stalled vehicle there as well. And a check on traffic, a service of Car Toys. Now you can save 50% off airtime for up to 6 months when you buy a Car Toys Better Than Free C phone. Also with $100 worth of free accessories. Car Toys, an authorized dealer of AT&T wireless services. And now the Buzz on the weather. Clouds hanging around for the next couple days. Much cooler as well. Maybe the highs will be 70 degrees. It looks like it's partly sunny right now, and we're at 68 degrees. I'm Laura Clark for the Buzz 100.7 FM.
When you're buying something as important as a diamond, you want to have a team of salespeople that really know what they're talking about. They're to help you make the right decisions. The Shane Company wrote its own training program to teach technical facts to its staff. We also operate our own training academy in Antwerp, where we've sent many of our employees. They learn how diamonds are cut and polished, bought and sold, and study at the Antwerp Gem Lab. We also teach our people how to listen to a customer, find out what the customer's desires are, and then satisfy those desires. Because our people are not paid on commission, they'll show you what you want, not try and push something we're trying to get rid of. The difference in service between us and a mall store is enormous and readily apparent.
For service, selection, quality, and value. Now you have a friend in the diamond business, the Shane Company, corner of 4th and Stewart, downtown Seattle. Open Monday through Friday till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5.
We're here for you. Just ask us.
Listen, Albertsons, just because we're retired doesn't mean we're not busy.
Located in the heart of Seattle's financial district, the Madison is just a short walk away from the city's best shopping, theaters, and popular Pike Place Market. Each morning, freshly brewed coffee and a newspaper are delivered to your door with a wake-up call. Complimentary town car service is available for destinations in the downtown area. Dine at the fabulous Prego restaurant with a spectacular view of Seattle city lights. Special romance, theater, and sports packages are available starting at $179. For reservations at the Madison, call 1-800-HOTELS-1.
Yeah, baby. I'm at the Madison again. I want to tell you about a Kafka-esque experience I had at the Madison. Very briefly. This is funny. I checked in late last night, and I plop myself down in the bed, and I pick up a copy of Seattle Magazine that is sitting next to me, and I flip through it. And there's an article. It's the Best of Seattle issue of Seattle Magazine. And so I'm reading this article, and it's like best place to walk your dog, best place to grab a latte, best place to film a movie, best time to go to the Space Needle. You know, one of these, it's Seattle Magazine. It's like New York Magazine or Los Angeles Magazine, a city magazine that revels in talking about the particular city it's in. So I'm reading this article, you know, because I'm always trying to learn stuff about Seattle. We got a lot of listeners in Seattle, and I come to town a lot, so I was hoping maybe to get some restaurant tips or, like, hangout tips and stuff. I'm reading through the article, and I get to best hotel room in Seattle, and it was an interview that I'd forgotten that I had done with somebody at Seattle Magazine asking me what my favorite hotel room is here, since I'm, I guess, for all intents and purposes, a well-known person who doesn't live in Seattle but is here a lot, and it'd be kind of weird to, like, ask the mayor what's your favorite hotel room in Seattle or, you know, some other local celebrity. So they had to ask somebody who comes in from out of town. And here I am in the article describing the room that I was in. So I'm sitting in the presidential suite at the Madison Hotel reading a description of myself at the Madison Hotel and the description of the presidential suite. Very strange. It is... I said it in Seattle Magazine. I'll say it here. It's the nicest hotel room I've been in Seattle. One of the nicest I've ever been in, ever, anywhere. And they treat us great. It's just a pleasure to be staying there. And we have some good friends over there. Thanks for tuning in. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. I'm just trying to figure out the appeal of places like Planet Hollywood and the Hard Rock Cafe. And the one that's the hardest to fathom of all, Nike Town. I don't get it. Chuck, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Okay.
Tom, I used to work for Planet Hollywood. I was a waiter. And it's a good company. I mean, a good restaurant, everything. I think the food's, you know, above average for a chain restaurant. But it was amazing to me that everyone that came in there, I would say 80% of the clientele, would order the plain hamburger with water. And they would ask, what stars have been in here lately?
Oh, boy. Now, did you make stuff up and tell them, oh, yeah, Tom Cruise was here and Madonna was here? And
well, you know, we couldn't make anything up, but the company would definitely encourage us to hint that there had been some big people here recently. And, you know, Arnold...
The only big people who have been in recently are people who needed an XXL sweatshirt.
And we're willing to pay $300 for it. I mean, you know, we had these leather jackets, and we'd get, like, bonuses if we could, you know, encourage people to buy, you know, these jackets. They pay $300 for a jacket with a big logo on it. You know, that's where the company makes their money, not on the food, on the merchandise. It's a tremendous markup, and so they want to promote that illusion that you are rubbing against greatness.
Wow.
And so, you know, they would, you know, we'd get the real minor celebrities. I mean, we got one of the kids from Home Improvement in, and Andre Agassi came in, but I think...
wait a minute, let's get this straight now. The celebrities included one of the kids from Home Improvement,
and, you know,
whose name you don't know.
I don't know his name.
That's a big name.
3 nights in a row, and I think it was for the free food. I mean,
he
really.
probably was hoping to meet some celebrities.
Yeah, like he was hoping to make contacts.
Yeah.
You know, but that's about it. I mean, you know, when Arnold Schwarzenegger does come in, so we could say, well, you know, Arnold was here doing some promotional thing a few weeks ago, and Charlie Sheen came in once to promote a movie, sign an autographs, but, you know, like you said, maybe it's because his career is on the way down. Who knows?
Down.
So, you know...
Pretty soon Charlie Sheen's going to be a waiter at Planet Hollywood, you know what I'm saying?
You know, you never know. What might be the next step. They're filling the place out, seeing asking us what kind of tips we make, so... You never know. I mean, but I think people it's the same reason why people take a trip to Hollywood. You know, it's full of junkies and drug addicts, but people still want to see it.
Well, because they hear the word Hollywood,
right,
and they think that that's some great place, and then you get to Hollywood, and, you know, they're building a subway, the street is collapsing, there's junkies, there's teenage hookers, there's abandoned storefronts. You know, Hollywood in the 40s, well, you know, that's where they made movies and radio shows, and it was a big deal, it was a bustling place, but everything's moved out, there's nothing there.
You're selling the idea of the romantic idea of what it once was. I mean, you go into Planet Hollywood, and it's just a sensory assault. I mean, the music's blasting, and, you know, they turn it up when the line's long to get people to eat and leave. And, you know, you walk around, you look at the memorabilia, you say, wow, I saw that in a movie once, and then you buy your shirt and you go. And it's like, it felt like, I mean, we would joke about it, but it was like a cattle call. I mean, people coming in, feed them, get out. It was like a slop house. And, you know, I don't want to disparage the company. It was one of the best restaurant chains I ever worked for, but it's amazing what they're selling. They're really not selling burgers. They're selling romance.
Right, but, you know, again, people have, I don't know, I don't want to knock Planet Hollywood per se. I mean, please, anytime somebody reinvents the wheel, great. They deserve all the credit. I think the people who came up with the idea are brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant. I'm a big admirer of marketing. What I don't understand are the people who have this unrealistic expectation they're going to go into Planet Hollywood in, you know, Hicksville, and they're going to see big celebrities. I don't get it.
I never understood that. They would always ask me, so who's famous that you've waited on? And I just tried to imagine, you know, Bruce Willis coming in and sitting down next to these people from Oklahoma, and it was really funny. But, I mean, people really, really envision that that's going to happen. And the company kind of promotes that with their, you know, grand openings, and you know, they're always talking about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like a ride at Disneyland, and that's the way you gotta kind of look at it. It's not really Bruce Willis, but it's an incredible plastic simulation standing up there in the glass case, you know. So
there you go. Hey, Chuck, I got to run. I thank you very much for the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM, 19 minutes before the hour. And my name is Tom Leykis.
This is the Tom Leykis Show. Research has uncovered 6 amazingly effective natural diet ingredients. System 6 Advanced Weight Loss Formula combines all 6 of them.
First.
Citramax to control appetite.
Second.
Chromium picolinate for lean, sexy muscles.
Third.
L-carnitine to burn fat.
Fourth.
Lipotropics to break down solid fat.
Fifth.
Energizing herbs to burn calories.
And sixth.
85 nutrients to help you look and feel your best. System 6 capsules are on sale now at GNC and fine health food stores.
That's my friend Mike. He doesn't want to hear what I'm saying because, well, I'm talking about prostate health. There, I've said it. Sorry, Mike. But you know those frequent trips to the bathroom at night? Well, you should know about Propomix. Propomix is an all-natural supplement that supports prostate health. 2 Propomix a day, and in about 4 weeks, you'll start seeing results. That satisfaction guaranteed or money back, Mike. Propomix, the natural choice for prostate health at food, health, and drugstores. Learn more. Call 888-899-3000. You listening, Mike? Use as directed.
We're on our way to the airport to talk to some more people about Alaska's low fares and... a taxi?
Where to, mister?
The airport, please. Alaska Airlines Terminal.
Oh, a rich guy, huh?
What do you mean?
Look, if you're flying Alaska, you gotta be a rich guy. What am I, an idiot? Don't answer that.
But Alaska's no more expensive than any other airline.
I don't think so. You see, on Alaska, you can reserve a seat ahead of time. And they got real food instead of peanuts. You trying to tell me that stuff is free?
That's the deal on Alaska. For the same low price, you just get more. But nobody believes me.
I believe you.
Really?
Sure, but just remember that when you're tipping. You rich guys are kind of stingy sometimes.
I need a new job. Alaska Airlines, the last great airline.
Fly Alaska Airlines to Oakland or San Jose for only $54. One way with advance purchase through August 16th. Restrictions apply. $3 airport fee is extra. Prices subject to change. Comparison based on comparable nonstop service.
Your neighborhood, your kids, and Lamont's is your store. When America goes back to school, your chance to save 30 to 50% on great brands during Lamont's annual back to school sale. Lay away your items with no fee and earn $5 in big bucks back for every $40 you spend. Find all of your favorite brands like Nike, Lee, Levi's, Reebok, Adidas at 30 to 50% off. It all adds up to great brands and great values for being cool at school. Find Bayer, Jazz, Enough, Spumoni, Pacific Trail, Health Techs, Buster Brown, Oshkosh, Mickey & Company, and more. It isn't summer without Lamont's annual back-to-school sale with guaranteed low prices of 30 to 50% off. Get great back-to-school fashions with no fee layaway and big bucks back. America's going back to school by going to Lamont. Tomorrow through Tuesday, no one beats Lamont's prices. Guaranteed.
Need a good buzz? Well, your radio's got one going right now. Here on The Buzz, 100.7 FM. You're listening to Tom Leykis on The Buzz, 100.7 FM.
Seattle is provided by Encore Limousine. Encore provides a wide variety of vehicles, including stretched and super stretched limousines. Each car features comforts such as cellular telephones, remote televisions, and VCRs. Encore's trained staff of dependable, discreet, and professional chauffeurs are always in direct communication in case of last-minute travel changes. Whether you're entertaining out-of-town guests, meeting with business associates, or spending an elegant night on the town, trust Encore Limousine to provide a classy, comfortable limousine. Call 1-800-813-8889. That's Encore Limousine at 1-800-813-8889.
The town duly gets a new profession. Unbelievable. The Tom Leykis Show from Seattle, 15 minutes before the hour. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's continue our conversation. Josie is calling from a car phone. Josie, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Josie.
I'm so excited. I finally got through.
Another one of those people who was convinced by the advertising that digital cellular phones sound better than the other kind, right?
Well, no, we didn't ever get that far. We were just impressed because, I don't know, the service was...
They gave you 100 free minutes where you couldn't understand what anyone was saying, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I can't really say anything about people getting sucked in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about another celebrity-associated chain restaurant, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Now, what do they serve there besides margaritas?
Well, they have good margaritas, and the one I went to was in Key West, but...
Oh, yes, I've been there. It's on Duval Street. I know exactly where it is, near the Holiday Inn.
Right, and it was like, I was kind of expecting it to be this cheesy, rundown place like where Hemingway might hang out, but it was really plastic and neon and stuff.
No, that's Sloppy Joe's down the block.
Right, I went there too, and I liked it way better.
The smell of barf coming out the front door is a good sign that you're in a great old joint, you know?
Yeah, and I liked
that smell of stale beer and yesterday's lunch that someone left on the floor. Very exciting.
Right. But anyway, I had the chance to go again in New Orleans, and I passed. But they had a store right next door where you didn't even have to wait in line to go to the restaurant. You could just buy the souvenirs.
Well, that's great. John, that's what I want, a Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville shirt. Boy, I'd be hip if I had one of those.
Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that even though I got suckered into buying the stupid telephone, I had no temptation to go to Planet Hollywood and we have a Nike Town down in Portland too, and I haven't been there either.
Well, I am proud of you. Now, are you coming to any of our events this week? Speaking of our hype here, I'm the king of hype, as you know.
Well, I'm sort of splitting my time between Seattle and Portland right now, and I missed you at Kachina last winter, I guess it was.
Well, you'll have to come back to but you only get to meet one person who is a quasi-celebrity, and that's me.
Well, I'm hoping to. I've seen you on television, so I know what you look like.
Oh, then no need to come then. You already know what you need to know.
Yeah, I saw you on the talk show where you were confronting the right-wing talk radio host.
Oh, what show was that? Duh, there's like 8 million of them I've done.
Well, there was some guy from San Francisco.
Some guy, oh yeah, it was Donahue.
Yeah, the guy with the beard, the weird guy with the beard.
The weird guy who hasn't had a job in a while, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I was really excited to talk to you again.
Well, I'm glad you called, Josie.
And maybe I can sneak up there for the bite or something. I don't know. I've been driving back and forth to Portland several times this week already.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Josie.
Okay. Nice talking to you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye now. Here comes Pam, a first-time caller to the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, Pam.
Can you hear me? Okay, because my phone is a little bad.
Yes, I hear you fine.
Okay, I'm good. I just want to have to scream. Anyway, I was dying to call when I heard this
Can you hear
topic.
me? Can you hear me? Can you
barely. I think you're whispering.
What about now?
Better. That's good.
Okay.
Anyway, I had to call. My husband and I have been up here for 6 years. We moved up from Southern California. Proud to say that.
Yeah.
And all I can say is that we have asked ourselves that question. Why do the people up here, why would they stand in line for that? And after being up here 6 years and meeting the people, I got to tell you, Tom, you have never met so many goobers in your entire life.
Oh, yeah, they are goobers, aren't they?
We have just been saying, why are we here? Let's get back to Southern California with normal people.
Wait a minute. These aren't normal people here?
No.
I mean, come on, everybody here is not a goober in Seattle. Come on, it's just the people who show up and hang around Planet Hollywood waiting to see stars.
I have to say, the only ones that aren't are the people that have moved into this state. They're the normal.
Oh, boy. Here comes trouble now.
I know. Well, see, nobody knows where I live, so I'm not talking about it. But I've been from Southern California.
Oh, boy.
I've eaten at a Hard Rock Cafe, and the hamburgers are really, to me, not even marginal. And being from Southern California, you can validate this. The minute I get off that plane, I go straight for an In-N-Out burger.
Oh, baby.
I mean, isn't that true?
Well, yes. I remember hamburgers. I haven't eaten one in a while, but I do remember In-N-Out being good.
Oh, they're great. They're great.
Yes.
Anyway,
But you don't get to see Demi Moore.
Pardon me?
You don't get to see Demi Moore.
Well, I don't care about that. The way I look at it is that these people that wait in line are helping these movie stars to last all the way to the bank. And that's what I really think is really sad. To me, it just validates how stupid they are. And I wouldn't even take part in something like that.
Oh, my. Well, let me tell you something. Don't blame this on Seattle, because every place they open Planet Hollywood, it's the same scene.
Well, you're right. It's not
every place.
It's just not. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's the goober factor. The goobers are out there.
That's true. Anyway, I gotta say, I enjoy your show. You make me laugh, and I think you take on topics that are great than anybody else takes on, and just keep doing it.
Well, stay in Seattle, Pam. We're not on in L.A. right now.
Well, you're not on?
Not right now.
Oh, well, I'm coming back to L.A. anyway, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe see when I get there.
Well, I have a feeling that some of our listeners in Seattle are ready to drive you to the airport after what you said.
I'm sure they are. All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Pam.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. I'm not going to get into that controversy. Boy, 9 minutes before the hour. My name is Tom Leykis.
You're listening to the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, this is Howard Jonas, chairman of IDT. Did you know some internet companies offer tech support by email? They gotta be kidding. After all, what good is email tech support when you can't even get online? Others give you an 800 number. But what you may get is a push-button runaround with pre-recorded answers to a few stock questions. None of them the one you're asking. Still others offer tech support only during limited hours. Good luck. At IDT, we offer real-life tech support 24 hours a day, and our techies are all highly trained, expert in the internet, and treat you like family. And speaking of family, we charge our phone customers as little as $15.95 a month for unlimited internet with Netscape. It's like having an uncle in the business. So you can call me Uncle Howard. Or even better, just dial 1-800-IDT-0060. IDT, it's how smart families communicate.
I'm an actress, and I sing, and I dance, and I wait tables.
Rebecca Stevenson, aspiring actress.
I'm seeing a lot of those See First Versatile check cards. They're great. I can use it wherever they take Visa, but the money comes right out of my checking account. So I always know where I stand. It's sure easier than carrying around a checkbook.
Switch your checking account and get a Versatile check card.
I love it.
Only from See First. And between now and September 6th, every time you use your See First Versatile check card, you'll be entered in the $1 Million Check Card Sweepstakes. There's $1 million in total prizes, including a grand prize of $25,000 in cash. And the more you use your card, the greater your chances of winning. You can also win instant prizes just by opening a See First checking account or applying for a check card. Stop by any branch to make the switch or call 1-800-24-FIRST. Choices for the way you want to bank. See First Bank, member FDIC. No purchase necessary to play. See branch for full details.
Oh, man. Should have never drank that 42-ounce cola bucket.
Radio's got one going right now. Here on The Buzz, 100.7 FM. Now back to Tom Leykis on The Buzz, 100.7 FM.
Minutes before the hour, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Denise is calling from a car phone. Denise, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello,
Hi,
Denise.
I have a Planet Hollywood story.
Yes.
I was an adult chaperone with a group of 20 eighth graders and a few more adults on a trip to Washington, D.C. And after a week of touring all the monuments, the last night we went to Planet Hollywood. And we're from a small town in Northern California, but we're not goobers. And we went to Planet Hollywood not knowing what it was, except that it was similar to Hard Rock Cafe. So as we went in, we saw this life-size robot of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we saw the other guy's yearbook picture, what's his name, Rambo. But the highlight of the whole trip for this group, including the adults, was the bathroom at Planet Hollywood.
Ooh.
Yeah, have you ever been in one?
No, do tell.
Oh, it was wonderful. They had every perfume, real perfume, and makeup, and a curling iron, and nail polish, and nail remover. The kids just had a blast in the bathroom.
Well,
that was
that's great.
one of the highlights of their trip to Washington, D.C.
Wow, the bathroom at Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
Do they have any souvenirs you can buy in there, like pH toilet paper or, but
For sale. This was all free to use.
free? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There wasn't a
They
thing
sure do know how to take care of their customers.
Yeah. It was great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Thanks, Denise.
Bye.
Take care. Shay, a first-time caller to the Tom Leykis Show, calling from Seattle. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Shay.
I'm a goober.
You're a goober?
Yep.
You went to Planet Hollywood, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I did go to one in Las Vegas. I walked in and I walked right back out.
I
have
like
to
that.
agree with
It's like that Hard Rock Casino. You've seen that?
California.
Yeah.
We got a horse here. We're going to put her on and send her right back.
Oh, yeah. See, people are ready to drive her out of town.
Well, we'll saddle her up and send it on its way.
Send it right down I-5, baby.
You betcha.
That's right. Right through Portland, all the way down.
Hey, I'm going to miss you this weekend, Tom. I'm going to be up in British Columbia vacationing, but I wish I'd be able to see you.
What do we have, 23 appearances? You're going to miss all of them, huh?
I'll hit you the next time you're here.
Okay.
All righty then.
Thanks, Shay.
All right, Tom. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. Here comes Tom, first-time caller from a car phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Oh, Tom.
Hey.
Hey. From one time to another, I agree with you. These Hard Rocks and Planet Hollywood are, to me, the most ridiculous thing ever invented. Except they're making tons of money for the owners, and I applaud them. But Denise kind of took my thunder. I take 8th graders to Washington, D.C. every year, and if we don't go to Hard Rock Cafe, the teacher's name is Bud. But let me tell you, I don't go in.
Oh, boy.
$20 T-shirts is not my thing.
I don't get it. Here's the thing. Like, if you wanted to look hip, why would you wear a shirt that says Hard Rock Cafe on?
That's right. And I keep telling them, $7.50 for a hamburger in Washington, D.C. Let's go down a half a block, go to McDonald's and Wendy's, because it's right there across from the FBI, if that says anything.
Across from the FBI, yeah.
But I agree with you, Tom. It's a marketing thing, and I guess it's an ego thing, because I've got kids who've got a collection. They'll go to Hard Rock in Chicago and in New York and Washington. Had one girl go to Sydney, Australia.
Suckers!
It's an ego thing, and
suckers.
And I guess if that's what you want to do it. But I agree with you. I just think people are suckers, and if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But don't ask me to do it. And hey, keep up the good work on your show, Tom.
Thanks a lot.
You betcha. Bye.
Take care. Tina, real quick.
Hi, Tom. And I just wanted to mention the other night we went down there, a group of girls. We were just downtown, and we swung by at 12:30 at night just to look at the outside of the building. And there was, 25 people in line, and they said there was like a 40-minute wait.
Goobers, suckers!
The Tom Leykis Show.
Next up, another story from Seattle that made national headlines. It happened actually yesterday. A local artist, I guess, parked a truck downtown, flattened the tires, put the word bomb on the outside of the truck, tying up traffic for hours, and everybody in Seattle was freaked about it. We're going to talk about it with you next on the Tom Leykis Show.
We have all the big answers to all the big questions. At least we like to think so. Here on The Buzz, 100.7 FM, KIRO FM, Seattle.
CBS News, I'm Nick Young. What goes down can come up. In a day unlike any other in recent memory, stocks nosedived and then just as quickly shot up again. At one point this afternoon, the Dow was off 167 points. By the closing bell, the Dow was 9 points on the plus side. Correspondent Ray Brady says there are a couple of reasons for the abrupt turnaround.
Some professionals say it's what's called a selling climax. All the people who wanted to sell stocks had sold. The buyers came in, the bargain hunters, and snapped them up, and up went the market again. We also had brighter economic news. Industrial production's up. The budget deficit could be its lowest point in 15 years this year. And the consumer price index figures show that inflation's still under control. All that helped, too.
There was a record 680 million shares traded on the New York Stock Exchange. On the NASDAQ, 873 million shares traded. The NASDAQ closed down nearly 7 points. President Clinton has announced that he will go along with stiffer sanctions against foreign corporations who are using appropriated American land in Cuba. But Mr. Clinton says that no lawsuits can be filed for 6 months. Canadian Prime Minister Raymond Chrétien says the president is on the right track, but he's not there yet.
We're pleased with that decision, but in our view, it's only a first step in the right direction.
Foreign countries have threatened retaliation against the U.S. if the sanctions are imposed. One day before the opening of training camp, a subdued Dallas Cowboys star Michael Irvin has announced that he will not be with the rest of the team, at least not for a while. Irvin said that he will spend time with his family and then decide following his sentencing on cocaine possession charges. The often flamboyant Irvin met reporters and apologized in a quiet voice.
I am sorry for taking everybody through it. There's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Irvin was sentenced to 4 years probation, a $10,000 fine, and 800 hours of community service in connection with a case that involved lurid tales of partying with topless dancers and drugs. One of the founding members of the rock group Styx has died at his Chicago home. The Cook County coroner says John Panazzo, the band's drummer, was 47 and died of internal hemorrhaging as a result of chronic alcoholism. His worsening health had forced him to not join with the group on its current U.S. tour. It's been a deadly day in Mississippi. Authorities in Neshoba County say the bodies of 2 men and a woman have been found in a car on a rural road. Police say all 3 had been repeatedly shot. And authorities say 3 people were shot execution style inside a Winona furniture store. The world's corporate giants had a very good year in 1995. Fortune magazine says the 500 largest companies posted an increase in profits of almost 15%. This is CBS News.
There are many investment opportunities in today's financial world, but there's only one investment that has been secure for 5,000 years: gold. Gold is not dependent on the success of a particular company or industry. Gold is an asset in its own right. It has withstood the test of time, and it does not depend on anyone's promise to repay. For more than 50 centuries, gold has outlived entire civilizations and stood solid as a safe store of value. Gold bullion coins are one of the most practical ways to own gold, and one gold bullion coin is today's world standard, the 24-karat pure gold maple leaf. At Blanchard & Company, America's precious metals firm, you can buy maple leafs at just 1% over cost. To order, simply call 1-800-880-GOLD. The Maple Leaf, precious yet affordable. Gold, the investment in demand for 5,000 years. Call Blanchard now at 1-800-880-GOLD. 1-800-880-GOLD.
2 of tennis's marquee names will be absent from the Olympic Games. U.S. star Pete Sampras has pulled out with an Achilles tendon injury, and German ace Steffi Graf has also withdrawn because of a knee injury. Though the games don't open until Friday, as Dan Raviv reports, the city of Atlanta is alive with visitors.
People walk around at all hours at 75 degrees at night, around 95 in the daytime. They pause to buy souvenirs. There are thousands of Olympic T-shirt designs, and tickets to many events are still available at face value. Although for swimming, diving, and USA basketball, you'd have to go to the scalpers. Dan Raviv, CBS News, Atlanta.
In the history of broadcasting, there's never been anything quite like the Olympic Games, and in no other country will television viewers get their fill of events as viewers in Japan, a total of 976 hours of coverage on various stations. That works out to the equivalent of almost 6 weeks nonstop viewing. Nick Young, CBS News.
Good afternoon at 4:05. I'm Laura Clark on the Buzz 100.7 FM. Right now, if you're traveling south 195, just past 45th, that's in the U District. We do have a stalled vehicle there. Otherwise, eastbound 202 near 92nd, we have an accident there. Westbound 520 coming over from Overlake is where you're going to get in that big mass amount of traffic from 148 all the way over to 405. And a check on traffic brought to you by Acura Preferred Pre-Owned Program. They come with an Acura-backed warranty, special lease, and financing programs. They are available as well. And now the buzz on the weather. Looks like the sun has decided to make an appearance this afternoon. Come tomorrow, though, clouds and even a chance of rain is in our forecast. Right now, it is 68 degrees. I'm Laura Clark for the Buzz 100.7 FM.
From Seattle, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
Oh, God.
And now, he is Tom Leykis.
6 minutes after the hour. Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you very much for tuning in. I was in Los Angeles yesterday. And while I was on the air doing our show from our studio in Los Angeles, hundreds of listeners from Seattle started calling, writing, faxing about something that was going on while our show was in progress. Now, unfortunately, because we were in Los Angeles, we did not have all the details, and some of the things that were being reported to us later turned out to be wrong. And so we tend not to do these stories until all the facts are in, until we have enough information to talk about it. But today, a story that occurred in Seattle yesterday has become a national story. And folks have been talking about this on the radio today all day. But I'm going to give the rest of the country a chance to get in on this. And let me read it to you. This is the national story from the Associated Press. Dateline, Seattle. An artist was arrested Monday after he claimed responsibility for abandoning a truck with the word bomb scrawled on its bumper, sparking a 4-hour evacuation of Seattle's downtown shopping district. Jason Sprinkle, 26, surrendered to police at the Associated Press Bureau about 30 minutes after he called the news service to say there was no bomb and that he parked the truck at the edge of the downtown park as a protest. Sprinkle was among a group of artists who previously have staged protests in downtown Seattle against reopening a street through the city's urban Westlake Park. A 9-block area was evacuated after witnesses saw a man abandon a dilapidated white truck which carried a large metallic sculpture of a human heart in its bed and the word bomb on its front bumper. All it was is art, Sprinkle said in his call to the AP. I didn't even think it would be noticed. Oh, come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. Not that long ago, we had the World Trade Center bombing in New York City. It's not long ago that we had the Oklahoma City bombing. Timothy McVeigh's trial, all that stuff going on. Come on, you didn't think that would be noticed? Come on. Sprinkle said he had gone to the Seattle Arts Commission earlier in the day and talked to them about a lack of support for some artists. Now get this quote. This guy is such an artiste. He says, "Then I went and committed public art. A similar heart sculpture has been used in the past to protest plans to reopen Pine Street to car and truck traffic. The street runs through the middle of the block-wide park where street musicians, peddlers, and street people mingle with shoppers and office workers. I was there today, as a matter of fact. The evacuated area included the Westlake Center complex of shops and restaurants and the Nordstrom store, which are located on two sides of the urban park, and the Bon Marché department store a block away. Also closed were the Metro bus tunnel station beneath the park and the monorail station within Westlake Center. Police used a robot device to search the truck, and thousands of evacuated people lined up outside the area, which was cordoned off by yellow police tape. Police said they plan to reopen the area after making some last security checks, and the area is indeed reopened. I was there. Now, this story goes on because we have a copy of a tape that Jason Sprinkle made. He documented his every move. Do you know about this? If you live in Seattle, you know this because the details of this story are splattered all over the front page of the PI and the Seattle Times. And the fact is that every TV show, every radio program, everybody has talked about this. But for folks around the country who don't know about this, there was a tape made by the artist. We put artist in quotes. We'll talk about that. Anyway, he made a tape documenting his every move. So, here is his arrival at Westlake. You got to hear this. Here is his arrival. We just have some little clips of this. Listen to this. That just amazing, right? Now, you didn't hear it? Oh, I heard it in my headphones and you guys didn't hear it. All right. Well, you see, that shows I'm on the road. I don't know what buttons to press here. Anyway, he made a tape of, like, everything he was doing. Everything he was doing. It's all there. And apparently at one point he made a phone call to City Hall when he realized all of the commotion this was causing to say, hey, that's not a bomb, it's a truck. It's just a truck. It's just art. Oh, I see. How about I press that button down? Okay, that'll look. Yeah, here's the tape. I want you to hear this tape because it's going to blow you away, all right? This is, blow you. Maybe I shouldn't use that phrase. Here's the tape. Here he is now.
Okay, we're approaching one more intersection, and we're there. Okay, lots of people are in the park. Sure, we're not in a fire lane or anything like that.
All right, that was him arriving at Westlake, where the truck was going to be parked. He continues to talk like that, and shortly after 3 o'clock, which is when our show started in Seattle, he got out of his truck 22 minutes after the hour. The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. They're talking about an incident that happened in Seattle yesterday, but you don't have to live in Seattle to have an opinion about this. A self-styled artist. You put the word artist in quotes here as far as I'm concerned, because I have not seen any art this guy's done. If you consider this art, well, let's have a discussion about that. He took a truck, an old white truck, took it downtown, flattened the tires. There was a sign on it that said it had the word bomb on the front bumper. Downtown Seattle, just heading into the afternoon rush hour. Of course, people did not know it was being done by an artiste. They did not know that. They thought there was a bomb. And suddenly the bomb squad and the robot and all this stuff started coming into play and evacuating buildings, evacuating streets, people stuck in traffic. Unbelievable. Just amazing. So now he's being charged with some pretty serious crimes, or at least the deadline for formal charges is this Thursday, but they're talking about Class C felonies here. What do you think? I think you just pay the cost to the city by working community service or picking up trash or doing whatever people do as community service these days. Becky is calling from a car phone. Becky, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Becky.
Well, I don't think that this guy was naive. How can you not put the word bomb on your truck? We had a big bomb blow up in Oklahoma City. We just had one blow up in Saudi Arabia. Don't tell me this guy didn't have some sort of clue that people weren't going to get excited about seeing a truck parked in the middle of downtown Seattle with the word bomb on it.
Well, I think the tape really does him in. I mean, he can say, "Oh, I didn't think it was going to make any commotion or wasn't going to get anybody's attention." But you listen to the tape, and there he is, like bragging about all the attention he's getting.
Oh, exactly. And I think that this guy needs to work for a living. Think about the financial implications of what he did, not only to the police, of having to bring in the robot and pay all these people to direct traffic and all the buses that got stuck and couldn't go anywhere, and the people who couldn't get home because they couldn't get on the buses, and all those, and the businesses who couldn't operate, and all the people who won't get paid because they couldn't work. And so I think that I doubt that there's anything he could do in his lifetime to ever repay everybody that he hurt by doing this. But maybe he ought to work in the shoe department at Nordstrom or something for a while, or maybe go out and pick up some trash or do something. But he definitely needs to do some restitution here.
Yeah, but I don't think putting him in prison for 20 years is the way to do it, or 5 years, or whatever it is.
I suppose if I had been sitting in the traffic jam, I might be more inclined to support putting him in prison or actually shooting him. But I think that I don't think prison is the right place for him to do. But we need to do something to him to help pay back what he did.
I agree with you. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye. 1-800-5800-TOM is the telephone number. Let's say hi to Rhonda, first-time caller to the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to say that I think last week you were saying if a person does the crime, they should get the punishment.
Yes.
This is inconsistent.
How
with
so?
What you're saying today.
No, I think whatever crime he committed, he should be punished accordingly. But would you call the crime harassment with an explosive? There was no explosive. Now I believe he committed a crime, but I don't believe that's it.
Well, true, but aren't they just threatening to use that? I mean, they haven't really charged.
We don't know what the charges are going to be. We know there's $100,000 bail. We know that he could be charged. But here's the thing. I personally am a pragmatist when it comes to punishment in cases like this. I mean, what really was the crime? Is there a law that says you can't park a truck downtown with the word bomb on it? Is there a law?
Well, you had a good point earlier with the other bombings that have just happened.
Right.
This guy had no business doing that.
Well, maybe there should be a law. All right. Maybe there should be a law, but is there one?
Well, I don't know what the law is.
So we don't even know what law he broke. I hear you want to hang the guy, and you don't even know what law he broke.
Well, if somebody calls in with a bomb threat, if they were to find him, wouldn't they charge him with something? I mean, it's got to be against the law to threaten with a bomb. And this guy driving this truck in and parking it in the middle of Seattle, downtown Seattle, with the word bomb on it and flashing.
I do think he committed some kind of crime. And I do think that he should pay restitution to the city of Seattle.
Oh, I fully agree.
What good does it do to put him in prison? I would rather see him work it off and pay for the cost of the bomb squad and pay something back to the businesses downtown who lost business, and pay some of the people who drove that robot that goes down and detects bombs and what have you. I do think he should pay restitution to the city of Seattle.
Okay, I agree. I completely agree with you there. And granted, if they're going to charge him, what was the charge you said they were talking about?
Well, they're talking about charge of intimidation or harassment with an explosive, which is a Class C felony.
Isn't that kind of a harassment? I mean,
wait, the operative words, now I'm not an attorney, but it says with an explosive.
Right.
Where's the explosive?
They couldn't be sure.
Well, the law doesn't say it's intimidation or harassment without an explosive. It says with an explosive.
Well, my feeling is his intention was to make people think there was. I don't care what he says. I don't care that he called in later. Maybe he got scared, later, and decided, I better not be,
No, I mean, perhaps what you have here is somebody who did the equivalent of a false alarm. You know, the thing is, I don't think what he did is specifically, I'm not an attorney, but I don't think what he did is specifically against the law. Now, I do believe that there is probably a law broken, but as being that I'm not an attorney, I don't know what the law is.
See, but his intention, to me, his intention seems as though he wanted people to think there was a bomb. Whether he decided to follow through with it, obviously he decided at one point, oh, I better not follow through with this. And that's when he started making his phone calls. But I think his intention was to intimidate people. And that is a form of harassment. I mean, he closed down Seattle.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that in itself is not right. You can't.
Well, I agree with you, and I do believe he should pay restitution, but I don't see what point it would do to put the guy in prison. Anyway, thank you for the call, Rhonda. I have to take a break here, and I'm going to our toll-free telephone number from across North America is 1-800-5800-TOM.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Good afternoon. I'm Brian Gregory with the Buzz headlines. Bond set at $100,000 today for Jason Sprinkle, the artist who claimed responsibility for leaving that heart on his truck mistaken for a bomb yesterday downtown. He's been booked for investigation of violation of the Washington State Explosives Act. The first detailed cost estimate for the new Mariners ballpark has come in at $48.3 million over the $320 million budget. The members of the project's oversight panel say they'll have no problem scaling it down. Now, the Buzz on traffic and weather. Here's Laura Clark.
We do have a blocking accident. This is southbound I-5 in Linwood at 196. Otherwise, a little bit of slowing on the Valley Freeway this afternoon. Southbound between 212th and 277. Floating bridges not looking bad at all. I-90 looks a little bit better, though, than I-90, and then 520, rather. And our check on traffic is brought to you by U.S. Connect Seattle. Certified network professionals can earn $6,000 more a year than non-certified professionals. Be sure to give them a call, 224-7687. And now the Buzz off to the weather. Partly sunny this afternoon. Going to be cooler, though. Same thing goes for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a chance of rain showers, high mid-60s. Right now, though, it is 70 degrees. I'm Laura Clark for the Buzz 100.7 FM.
When you sell wedding sets, as we do, we take on a very special role in the eyes of our customers. I'm Tom Shane, and our business depends upon us having the styles of bridal sets that are in demand. Whether traditional or contemporary, simple or fancy, we carry the largest selection in the state, so we're sure to have what you need. Our bridal set prices are right, too, as we're dedicated to value and quality. But most important is service. Our sales staff is trained technically, so they more than answer your questions. They volunteer to you the information, so you're sure to make the right choices. Because we don't pay them on commission, there's no high pressure, and you're assured of people capable and willing to help your engagement get off to a perfect start.
For service, selection, quality, and value. Now you have a friend in the diamond business, the Shane Company, corner of 4th and Stewart, downtown Seattle. Open Monday through Friday till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5.
So, you're going to buy a new car.
Uh-huh.
You better take me along to negotiate the deal.
Sorry, mister. Don't need you. I already went to Chaplin's. I got a new Jetta truck.
Jetta Trek. Look, sister, I know cars. A Jetta is a Volkswagen and Trek is a mountain bike.
Get a clue. With the Jetta Trek Special Edition, you get a free Trek mountain bike and roof rack. Lease the Jetta Trek for just $225 a month. You see the ads right here in the Seattle Times.
Yeah, the Jetta Trek Special Edition. Yeah, I knew about that.
Yeah, right.
Over 120 Jettas in stock now at Chaplin's Bellevue Volkswagen, I-90 at Eastgate.
For a lot of car insurance companies, this is the answer to 24-hour service.
You've reached Acme Auto Insurance at the tone.
But at Geico, there's a difference between our round-the-clock service and theirs. A pulse. You see, Geico employs real human beings ready to help you 24 hours a day. Give you quotes when you're car shopping on a Saturday afternoon, or help you late at night when you muster the courage to add your teenager to your policy. It's a better way to deal with car insurance. You don't have to clean up the house because the agent is coming over, and you can actually conduct business in your bathrobe. So regardless of what you're wearing, give Geico a call. In just 15 minutes, responsible drivers could cut their car insurance rates by 15% or more. And we'll give you a line-by-line comparison with your current policy, so you'll see the savings. Call Geico at 1-800-841-3000. We promise to answer the phone in a heartbeat, and with one. That's 1-800-841-3000. Or check the yellow pages for an office near you. Geico, the sensible alternative.
The jobs out there are online now at todayscareers.com. Now you can have your resume available to businesses online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at no cost. Today's Careers Online is the most advanced, complete one-stop employment website available. There you can post your resume, learn about prospective employers and career openings. It can even match your resume with the ideal employer and much, much more. Best of all, there's absolutely no fee. To browse Seattle's best employment opportunities, log on right now at todays-careers.com or call 517-JOBS.
Now back to Tom Leykis on the Buzz 100.7 FM.
And you thought the biggest thing in Seattle was the Space Needle. Wrong. We're the Tom Leykis Show.
26 minutes before the hour from Seattle. It's the Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM, we are taking over Seattle this week. We own it. We've come in to take over Seattle. And I'm doing my show from the studios of The Buzz, 100.7 FM. And then we'll do it again here tomorrow, followed by Thursday. We'll do our show from the Madison Renaissance Hotel. And you are invited to come down to the ballroom. That's our first public event. The first public event, actually, we're doing the town meeting show with Ken Schramm tomorrow night at Channel 4. We're taping that show, but I think they already have enough people in the audience. I think we blew out their switchboard over there at Channel 4. So we'll do that tomorrow night. Then we'll do the show from the Madison on Thursday. Little listener get-together in the ballroom of the Madison Hotel. And Friday and Saturday, the Bite of Seattle. And on Friday night, we have our big listener party at the Tropics Beach Club on 5th Avenue in Seattle. Not very far from the Seattle Center. It's like, just a couple of steps away. So we're going to have so many events here in Seattle that you just can't get away from us. You're going to be begging for mercy. You're going to be in line at Nike Town when we're all done. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be looking for any escape you can find. We're going to be in your face, folks. That's the deal. The next 2 weeks after this week, we'll be spending in Atlanta at the Summer Olympics. And aren't we excited, Dooley? We are excited, aren't we? Oh, yeah, we are thrilled. Dooley does not have to go with us to Atlanta. No, he's going to Seattle, but he does not want to go to Atlanta. He's going to go back to L.A. and screen calls. Anyway. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. A story here in Seattle that has made national headlines about the artist, in quotes, Jason Sprinkle, who drove a truck into downtown Seattle, an old truck, let the air out of the tires, and he had a sign with the word bomb on it on the front bumper of the truck, and it essentially closed down downtown Seattle for hours. And people have all different opinions about what ought to happen to this guy. Well, let's say hello here to Frank. Frank is a first-time caller to the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Frank.
How you doing tonight? I do care.
You do?
I do.
I'm doing okay. Yes.
I just wanted to say I am an artist, and the things that happen like this, I do not think this gentleman was naive at all. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. He was doing this for a point. He wanted to get a point across, and unfortunately, the only way that a lot of artists can get their point across is either by dying or by doing something extremely stupid. And I think he got the attention that he wanted to, and now is playing dumb so he doesn't get the punishment that he deserves.
Well, I got to say something on behalf of Seattle. Of all cities, for artists to be complaining about not getting recognition, I think art really gets a fair shake in Seattle. It's my understanding that when you build a new building in Seattle, 1% of the cost of building that building has to go into a fund to put up some art on your property. You have to have some art up there. So artists get a lot of support here.
Yeah, everywhere.
Come on, you want to see a city that doesn't support art? Go to Dallas.
Yeah, well,
with just a bunch of boring buildings that look like you came out of a 100-story high cardboard box. I mean, they're boring.
Well, I'm in Florida right now. Talk about not getting support for art, but anything. I do a lot of issue-based art myself, and anytime I try to do something positive, I've never done anything negative or stupid or tried to offend people. But, you know, it won't even get in the local art rag, let alone on TV or let alone national news, you know. But it's a way to get his point across, and I think he did what he wanted to do, and I think he knew step by step. I mean, he recorded it, for God's sakes. I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
So, do you think he ought to be punished?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think he should. I mean, that's just, it's wrong.
Hang on a second. Don't go anywhere, Frank, all right? Because I want to bring in David. David, you don't agree with Frank. Why not?
Because I think if you look at the truck, it's obvious it's not a bomb. It's a sculpture. I mean, it's a sculpture of the heart with the stake through it, which is a symbol that was used in another protest, protesting the opening of the street there. And I think the only thing is a bunch of people, just chicken littles running around saying, oh, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And, you know, it's a Seattle bomb squad wants to try out their new bomb squad techniques. I mean, it's fairly obvious that it wasn't a bomb. You know, now, whether he should be charged for abandoning a vehicle, now, sure, you know, he abandoned his vehicle, but saying it's a bomb, I don't think so.
But wouldn't putting a sign on it that says bomb be the equivalent of going down to the airport and hanging around the X-ray machine and making jokes about hijacking the next plane?
Well, I think it's all in context. I mean,
that's against the law, you know.
You know, the thing about writing bomb on there, if you looked at how he wasn't saying that the truck was a bomb. I mean, it's like written totally small bomb. It's part of another thing.
Did he write on it, this is not a bomb, though?
What's that?
Did he write on it, this is not a bomb?
He didn't write, this is not a bomb, but on my car, I don't, if I park it somewhere, I don't write, this is not a bomb.
No, but you don't also write bomb.
Well, if my car is a bomber, I mean, what's the matter with saying calling it a bomber? If you look at the truck, it was a bomber, man. I mean, geez.
Oh, but come on.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, come on.
Come on. You listen to the tape, David. Now, I've been listening to the tape here. Look, I don't think they should throw the book at this guy. I think he should have to pay some restitution, but I don't think they should throw the book at him. But come on. You listen to the tape. He knew exactly what he was doing. The tape, you know what? He erased all doubt with the tape.
He parked a truck with a sculpture on the back to make a statement against a thing. The people who closed down Seattle were the police, not this guy with the bomb. If anyone has to pay for closing down Seattle, it should be the police and their overreaction.
No one's going to park a bomb in the middle of the road and make it obvious. I mean, if it actually was a bomb, it would probably be under a seat or in the exhaust pipe or even in the sculpture. I mean, how are they supposed to know that it actually wasn't a bomb? I mean, I give them credit for actually, taking.
I can tell you why it was not a bomb, because if someone was going to plant a bomb, first thing they would do is not sit around the car, and park it and make a big deal and talk to people around the area about.
There's so many nuts out there that would love to
Come on, get real. I mean, if you're going to blow up a car bomb, you're going to sit there, you're going to do it, try and be unseen, you're going to try and get in and get out without anybody.
The guy that drove the Ryder truck into the New York Trade Tower went back to the Ryder place to get his deposit back. I mean, there are nuts out there that would do stupid things like that.
Well, sure, there are people who do stupid things. And
by the way, I want you to listen to this part of the tape. I want you to tell me that this guy did not know what he was up to. Listen to this, please. I'm sorry, it has not been re-queued. I will wait for it to re-queue, and then I will play it. You listen to that tape? Did you listen to that tape, David?
Yes, I did. Just because the guy didn't expect this thing to happen does not mean, or rather, just because he knew what he was doing did not mean that he expected the Seattle police to close down.
Well, listen to this. Listen to this. Oh, it's still not cute. I don't know what's going on in here. Look, I'm not in my home studio, so.
He committed art. It's true. I mean, he came and it's people overreacting to what he did. It's not what he did. What he did was nothing dramatic. Well, I mean, it's just a car with a sculpture in the back, parked illegally in a downtown park. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, people are freaking out. I mean, everyone
really didn't want people to think it was a bomb. He would have announced it to someone, let somebody know, so that it wouldn't cause widespread panic. If he just wanted to make that point and to create art, there are ways to get through doing that.
Well, I mean, back when the same group that he's involved with...
When he said he didn't think it would be noticed, do you believe that?
I don't.
I don't believe that. I think what he meant when he didn't think it would be noticed was that it would be noticed like a bomb. I think he meant to think that it would be noticed as a piece of art, on the back of a junky pickup truck parked in the middle of downtown. But if you think about other things this group has done, it's along the same lines. I mean, the only reason that people freaked out and thought it was a bomb is because of the climate that we're in right now. And
all right, I got to take a break here. I thank you both, David and Frank. Appreciate the calls. Our toll-free telephone number from across North America is 1-800-5800-TOM.
Cool walking, smooth talking, straight smoking, fire stoking.
Who?
Pete Townsend. Cool walking, smooth talking, straight smoking, fire stoking.
Who?
Pete Townsend. Cool walking, smooth talking, straight smoking, fire stoking. The best of Pete Townsend.
Oh.
15 of his greatest hits, including Rough Boys, Let My Love Open the Door, and Slit Skirts on Atlantic CDs and cassettes.
You're listening to the Tom Leykis Show.
Do you know now is one of the best times in history to own gold? Merit Financial's gold recommendations have increased over 27% this year and over 17% in the past 6 months alone. Find out why the coming election year and record highs in stocks will mean bigger profits for gold buyers. Learn how to add the right kind of gold to your portfolio. You need to call 1-800-318-8522. That's 800-318-8522. Receive all the details in the complete 1996 Gold Investor's Guide. The guide makes sense of today's politics and investments and helps you understand the gold market and what it means to your savings. Don't miss out on this special information. Learn the reasons the smart money is now moving to hard assets like gold and how it will add more safety and profits to your portfolio. Call 1-800-318-8522. 800-318-8522. Get the complete 1996 Investor's Gold Guide without obligation.
The amusement.
Last season, the worst pass completion percentage in all of pro football was just 49%. Now that's bad reception. Of course, the reception on your TV may be even worse. Or maybe you only get a handful of channels. Get Prime Star. Over 90 crystal clear channels. Programming packages start at about $1 a day. Plus, we don't make you buy the mini dish like our competitor does. So call toll-free 1-800-PRIME-STAR now. You'll get our 1996 best deal ever. Either half-price installation or 4 easy installation payments. And each offer comes with a month of free programming. Prime Star. Nothing to buy, nothing to maintain, no risk. Just the best in digital TV starting at about $1 a day. That's 1-800-PRIME-STAR. Now here's the legal stuff. Sorry. Certain restrictions apply, subject to credit approval. Limited time offer available to customers subscribing for 36 months. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Prices are subject to change. Sales tax may apply. Call for details.
Get digital TV starting at about $1 a day. Call 1-800-PRIME-STAR or contact your local Prime Star retailer.
I come to Atlanta to play basketball. Then I see this dream team. They're 12 feet tall with the rippling muscles. Size 25 shoes. I got the please mama, don't make me play USA basketball team blues.
Don't worry, man. Now you can face the American team and live to tell about it with USA Basketball trading cards from Texaco. 4 packs of premium cards by Skybox with the chance to win free team posters and gas discounts. Yours for just 29 cents with an 8-gallon fill-up of Clean System 3 Power Plus or Power Premium gasoline. So get on over to Texaco today.
Add more life to come. Take it to start.
Don't quit your day job, baby.
Offer good through 8/18/96 or while supplies last. Price may vary at participating stations. No purchase necessary to enter sweepstakes. See station for details. Void where prohibited.
Would you like us to pat you in the morning? Well, you got it. Pat Cashman. Weekdays on The Buzz. 100.7 FM. You're listening to Tom Leykis on The Buzz. 100.7 FM.
12 minutes before the hour, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Deanna, first-time caller to the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
How are you? Yes, I do care.
I'm doing fine.
That's great. What I wanted to say was a couple of things. First of all, I have a really close friend that's an artist, and he is giving artists such a bad rap for doing this, for pulling this kind of stunt. And that's all it was. It was a stunt. I don't think he committed art at all, especially with the recent bombings, and to leave a truck, blow out the tires, and leave it right down in the middle of Seattle and not have everyone think it's a bomb. That is just so ridiculous. Plus, if you think about it, if there had been a fire or some sort of emergency and all those streets were blocked off and traffic was backed up,
oh, yeah,
they would not have been able to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have been held responsible for that. I don't think this guy was thinking when he did this.
Yes, I agree. Now, I don't think this was art, frankly.
No,
now,
I don't
of course, the word art is debated so much. I mean,
to me, he could have gotten his point across better. I mean, if he chained himself inside the truck and started screaming at the top of his lungs over a megaphone saying, "I don't want Pine Street opened," to me, that would have gotten the point across a lot better than blowing out the tires and leaving it sit there. You know?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I don't buy into this idea that he had no idea that this kind of reaction was going to happen.
No, I don't either.
I don't buy it.
With all the Oklahoma City thing and the thing in the Middle East, that whole bombing, that is just so ridiculous. And plus the tape alone, is just going to slam him against
I think the tape's going to put him away. It's like, I don't know if you saw the videotape out of Southern California of the guys who went out at night shooting people with paintballs.
Oh, really?
Did you see this?
No, I
These three kids and the driver get into a car, and they're driving around the San Fernando Valley with a paintball gun.
Mm-hmm.
And they videotaped themselves shooting paintballs at people in the dark who thought they were actually being shot. Because I don't know if you've ever been hit with a paintball. You know, it stings.
Oh, yes, it does.
And so these people are like, they're in the San Fernando Valley, known for gangbanging, and these guys are shooting paintballs at people riding bicycles who fell off their bicycles and laughing hysterically on the videotape.
See, that is just horrible, and that's like that. Those kids knew what they were doing, and this guy knew that he was going to cause such a creation and such a stir. And to me, he could have gotten his point across better in so many other ways than to do this.
I agree with you.
And I think he should be punished. Now, the whole bomb explosive thing, that's not even right because there wasn't any explosive, but he caused a big disruption in downtown Seattle. He caused fear to run through all those people. All those businesses lost all that money. And I really think he should have to pay restitution for it and do some community service downtown in those areas for those people that were affected.
Yeah, that's what I think, too. I thank you, Deanna. I appreciate the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM, 9 minutes before the hour. My name is Tom Leykis.
Coast to Coast, the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, this is Howard Jonas, chairman of IDT. Did you know some internet companies offer tech support by email?
It could be debated, and it is being debated in Seattle right now. It could be debated that people overreacted when they saw it. Do you think they overreacted?
No, not given today's climate. If I saw a car that said bomb on it, I would definitely call the police. But I think you were right about him not being able to be charged for the explosive charges since there wasn't an explosive involved.
So what kind of punishment do you think would be appropriate for this?
Well, the same one as yelling fire in a crowded theater, probably some sort of public...
No, not the law. What punishment?
Oh, community service. I don't think helping the businesses is going to do any good because lost profit is lost profit, but maybe educating some of the city youth, since he has skills in art, maybe he could teach art classes in the inner city to make up for some of the city dollars that he used up.
Hang on a second, David. Let me bring in John. John's a first-time caller to the Tom Leykis Show. You don't agree with David, John. Why not?
No, I don't. I think this is just another indication of how we're becoming a more and more controlled sort of anal retentive society. I mean, what do you suggest should have been done to Orson Welles with his broadcast of War of the Worlds, which created a much larger stir? Back at that time, however, we didn't have this kind of reaction to it. It was like everybody said...
With his broadcast, though, at the beginning, he did say that this was a production. and he said it again at the end.
But we know what happened, and that during the course of the broadcast, people came up to him and told him what was going on and tried to get him to stop, and he wouldn't allow the doors to be opened and went on. And and in the end, the net result was the society in general said, wow, gee whiz, wasn't that something? And that was about it. But now here we have something that really proportionately caused a smaller reaction than what that did at the time. And here we are, people are wanting to throw him in jail, trump up charges that aren't real. And most of the calls here are in support of taking that kind of action against him. Whereas, years ago when Orson Welles did his thing, people just said, oh, gee whiz.
Actually, I think they were pretty upset about it, and there was talk of him being charged at the time. It wasn't a very popular thing with a lot of people.
Well, he wasn't, and as we look at it in retrospect, the gist of what we get from it, that the general public reaction was to breathe a sigh of relief and say, wow, wasn't that something? And everybody talked about it for weeks. And that was it. So where are we going that now we can't take a joke?
I don't think this is in the lines of a joke, though. I mean, this is...
Sure it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yelling fire in a crowded theater. It created a public...
Oh, it's not. No,
people were in fear of their lives.
Well, if they're in fear of their lives for crying out loud, I think the paranoid schizophrenics or something. I'm not afraid in my life. I live in Chicago in a highly urban, I don't know what the number of people per square mile is, but it's very dense. And I walk up and down the streets, and there are some shady characters, but I don't walk around in fear of my life.
John, hang on a second. David, I thank you for the call. I want to get Stephanie in here because Stephanie also disagrees with you, John. Stephanie, quickly, tell John why you disagree.
I mean, you've got people being blown up all over Saudi Arabia.
No, we
Oklahoma
don't. Come on.
I mean,
got people blown up all over.
Look,
if we go back over a year, we come up with 3 events. And you think we've got people blown up all over? You watch too much TV. You think that's what's
I do not watch too much TV.
That's what's going on in the world. 3 events in the last over a year.
It doesn't matter when
and
they
you come
happen.
out and say,
all right, guys, thanks.
The Tom Leykis Show.
I think they could go on all night. Wow. Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line. The Tom Leykis Show is at Post Office Box 4455. That's Box 4455, Hollywood, California, 90078. Or you can email me. My email address is my name. It's TOMLEYKIS at AOL.com. We are The Tom Leykis Show.
If you're thinking about it, she's talking about it. Amy Alpine, weekdays at 9 here on The Buzz.
One incredible view. What a skyline. Totally gorgeous. Totally hip music scene here. Great places to hang out at night. It's just about as good as it gets. So we decided to come in and take over Seattle. It's too good to just be allowed to be unattended to. We're taking it over. At least till Sunday. Then we'll relinquish control. But a pleasure to be back here. And looking forward to all the things we're going to be doing here in town. And I always encourage you to email with your ideas for shows. And I think this is a very interesting point. I love getting email for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is, I'm just a regular guy, I hang out at the ball game. I go to the hockey game. I go out and knock a few back with the boys. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not some kind of a celebrity on a star trip or some crap like that. This is my job. You do your job, I do my job. But my job is different in that I don't work in what is traditionally thought of as an office. I'm sealed in glass all by myself, and I stand here and have a conversation with you. And so whatever's going on in the office, and there is an office, by the way. In fact, everywhere I work, there's an office out there somewhere. But when I'm working, I am not in it. I am encased in glass, like the Mona Lisa, or Pheasant Under Glass, or something like that. I'm encased here. I am hermetically sealed. And so I don't know what's going on in the office. And I need people who work in traditional offices to drop me a line now and then and let me know what's going on. For years, I worked in traditional offices. I had many, many, many jobs in offices, but that's why email is great, because listeners tell me what's going on. They tell me what's the haps. They tell me. And here is an office-related incident that took place that was sent to us by a listener named Diane. And she goes, here is a topic which I have not heard you discuss, but which came up recently in our office. It was one woman's 40th birthday. She is the instigator in quite a few birthday funerals. When someone hits a birthday that ends in 0, 30, 40, 50, she has a funeral. I did not know people were doing that in the office, by the way. May I say, I know people make fun of you when you hit 20, 30, 40, 50, but I did not know that people are having funerals in the office. That was news to me right there. Some of the other women in the office arranged for a male stripper to come to the office in the middle of the day. All of the women in the office went into a room and watched the performance. Diane says, I missed it. I was gone. Oh, right. Okay, fine. Our office is about 60% women, she says. When I heard about this, I thought it was funny, but I felt it wasn't quite right to have it in the office. If the men in the office had arranged something like this with a female stripper, there would probably have been an outcry of sexual harassment. Is there a double standard going on here? Is it okay for women to do something like this, but not men? That's the question. Now, that is interesting. I did not know. Of course, over the years, I've heard lots of stories about strippers coming into the office. On my 30th birthday? Yes, on my 30th birthday, my producer at the time arranged for a stripper to come in while I was doing my talk show. The stripper came in. She was female. Who was that, Braverman or Dooley? Who was that back? Dooley. All right. No, it was a female stripper. And the stripper came in and, I got to tell you something. Anyone who knows me, I don't think she knew me. Anyone who knows me knows that I've known people who do that for a living, and, you can make a lot of money. It's a good way to work your way through school and all of that. But it doesn't turn me on. I don't understand the turn-on of it. To me, the turn-on is when you're with one person and they take their clothes off, and they're not playing music from a boombox or anything. They just take them off naturally, and you get to kind of hang with them naked. Now that is a turn on. But watching some stranger who doesn't know you from a hole in the wall pulling her clothes off, I don't know. I know a lot of people are titillated by that. Me, it's never done anything for me. But all that aside, I know that males have been bringing strippers into the office, and I was not even aware that this kind of thing was still going on in the age of sexual harassment. And I'm wondering if you've had experience with this. I mean, have people been bringing strippers into the office? That doesn't belong in the office. And may I say, unless you're in the porno business or something, unless you publish, skin mags or something like that, it doesn't belong. It does not belong. I don't get it. You know what? Diana wrote the email, said she thought it was funny. I don't even think it's funny. It's like, it's unprofessional. It's inappropriate. And with all the people complaining about sexual harassment, I think you're doing something really dangerous. I mean, you are really exposing your company to, some serious problems. Is this kind of stuff still going on? I mean, I was surprised to get this email and to see that people are doing this. Men, women, anybody. Strippers in the office? I mean, come on. I'm no prude, folks. I mean, I've been to topless bars. I have, in fact, in Nashville, I was at the wildest topless bar I've ever been to. I don't do it very often. I don't get titillated by this. I'm usually dragged in by the guys, and you go in there and you hang out. And again, it's, a lot of women like to pretend, they made me go to Chippendales. And it's like that one thing led to another syndrome. Oh, I didn't really intend to go to Chippendales, but the girls made me go. Please. But I go with the guys. They drag me in there, and I go, and I watch what's going on, and it doesn't do anything for me. It never has. It just never has. But, so I'm no prude, is what I'm trying to tell you. When I was in New Orleans, I had an amazing scenario. Let me tell you about something that happened when I was in New Orleans at the Broadcasting Convention. A man, I'm going to try to disguise the identities of these two people. There were a man and a woman, and they both operated a radio station in a small but very visible and lucrative radio market. And so I and some of my colleagues were there having a conversation with these two about the possibility of adding the Tom Leykis show to their weekday lineup. We thought that would be a very interesting addition to their lineup. And we were at the NAB, and we were at Pat O'Brien's. Ever been to Pat O'Brien's? If you've been to New Orleans, you've been to Pat O'Brien's. They are the originators of the drink called the Hurricane. And we are there consuming hurricanes in record numbers. It was September. It was hotter than hell. And so we are sucking down, we're sucking down hurricanes like it's Gatorade, We're just sucking it down. After the whole group of us have had enough hurricanes, I couldn't believe my ears, and this is an absolutely true story, and everybody who was there knows it's true. It was a man and a woman, husband and wife, and they ran this radio station. They seemed to be in, their late 20s or early 30s, I would say. And this woman was just killer looking, okay? I mean, she was like the general manager of the station, and this woman was a babe. I mean, a real babe and a half. And, of course, we're talking business. The fact that she was a babe was irrelevant to the conversation we were having, because really our prime consideration was trying to get our show on their radio set. Okay. Anyway, we've had enough hurricanes, and a number of us start heading down to Bourbon Street because we wanted to get away from the big crowd and continue this conversation. Well, at least that's what we from the network wanted to do. Miss Babel Rama, the general manager of the radio station, as we're going down the stairs at Pat O'Brien's and heading out on a Bourbon Street, she says to us, this true story, she says to us, they got all those great strip clubs down here. I want to go down and strip for everybody. And I am in shock, but did I say, oh no, I could never do that? No, I did not. There I am marching down the street with some pretty well-known people who I won't name, all similarly smashed, and we all found a strip club where this woman actually went to the manager and attempted to take her clothes off for the rest of us. So what I'm trying to explain this is absolutely true. She did not get to do it, and she was bummed the whole evening. She just pouted the rest of the evening because she did not get to strip for all of us. And her husband, that's an interesting relationship. Our husband was beaming. He was just thrilled that she wanted to strip for us. This is all true. This happened at the NAB convention last year. But anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm no prude about this stuff, but I just think that it's unprofessional. It doesn't belong in the office. And I'm wondering if it's still going on in the office. I mean, are people sending strippers to offices? Are they still doing that? I think you're insane. You're going to get sued. You're going to get in trouble. It's dopey. It's unprofessional. And at the very least, have a party or something. What is this all about? I don't care if it's Chippendales or topless babes from the body shop or whatever it is. It doesn't belong. Here's our toll-free telephone number from across North America. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. 18 minutes after the hour. My name is Tom Leykis, and we will continue.
You're listening to the Tom Leykis Show.
If you calling is I just had a 30th birthday last week, and it was wild. It wasn't in the office so much because I don't work in an office, but I wanted to take it one step further and say that my friends took me out to a very beautiful 4-star restaurant, and in the midst of all this, we had tons of propaganda, which was unbeknownst to me, and this huge erotic cake, I guess I could say, of a certain part of the male anatomy. And a rather...
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. There's a place called the Erotic Bakery in New York.
Yes, there is. It came from there.
Oh, is it a chain? They're here too, huh?
Yeah. It was a great cake, but I think that it was, I think it made the customers a little embarrassed. And I have to say that I was even a little bit embarrassed too. And it's just because of the crowd, and it was the appropriateness of the situation. I think in a different situation, it would have been really funny. But
why do people feel compelled to do stuff like that?
I don't know. It was a surprise to me. They wanted to embarrass me. It was my 30th birthday, and I think that they just took me out and embarrassed me everywhere I went. And maybe it's kind of funny, joke's on me because I got embarrassed. But, you know, it was just a little bit inappropriate for the setting in which we were in.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I really do. I believe in being professional in the office. Let me tell you how far I have taken this in my career. You hear all this talk about people dating in the office?
Yeah.
I stopped doing that a long time.
Me too.
A long time ago. Long before I got married the third time, long before I got married the fourth time, I did not date people in the office.
Gets you in a lot of trouble.
You are running a risk, I think, that you will be sued.
You will?
And not only that, but when you are dating someone in the office, you naturally try to hide it. One time when I was a young sprout working in the office, I had a secretary, and I started dating